What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We've got another exciting update for you guys here on this Maypearl Barndominium. Guys, I gotta admit, I might have failed you guys miserably on this build so far because I started talking to Drew, and it's like, where are my updates for this build? And I just never got over here very often. But Drew's with me here today, so appreciate that. And we're gonna be like showing you guys all the progress that we've done on this Maypearl Barndominium. You know, it's a big two-story combination shop and living. And there is some guys here working today. We're actually working on some of the sheeting, trim, and I actually already have stone here on site. I don't think my stone mason is here right this moment, but we're fixing to be working on this wainscoting on the bottom and all the columns. Look at the porch. You know, we'll get into that. I'll show you guys a little bit closer, but I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get it going. All right, so we're here under the porch area, and at first glance, you know, this is basically like just a 6-foot covered porch, but we did extend it another foot or so past, and we actually increased our steepness just a little bit so we can have more of a presentation on the outside. But you know, 6 foot is not quite big enough to obviously host a party on, but you could still have rocking chairs, that kind of thing. But what you can tell here is we have this water table here. We're doing a wainscot here with the stone, so we're going to have stone here. This is just a white Austin stone that we're using underneath here. Over here, one thing else I could note is that we use these big 6x6 4-inch post for the porch. It's a little beefier. We kind of beefed it up because this is a kind of I guess a monstrative house. I mean, it has this presence about it, and it has this beefiness about it. So we beefed up this just to do that. And the design, we have this special design we did here on the porch, and we added these medallion looking pieces as well to kind of give it more of that beefy feel. And I like the way this is turning out. It's been you know, this is not your primed or coated steel, so some of this is rusted a little bit while we've been here, but we're actually going to be painting all this as well before it's all said and done. Now this is going to be a big double 8-foot door. Actually, the door is already here. It's just being protected by this this plywood, and we've left a strip. We've left a room for our trim to go around the door. So the door's already here. You'll be able to see that from the inside, but you can see we're already wrapping this. We've got a little bit more work to do here on our panels. With trim and finalizing everything that we're doing under this porch. But these columns as well will all be stoned coming across here. It's a little bit of a messy day today. We had a ridiculous amount of water come down over the last couple of days. And so, you know, we're having to be creative of where we can make progress. The guys are actually, I think, working in the shop area. So we're gonna make our way over there. If you guys remember back when we were standing up this build, you know, it was a storm blew in on us, and we had quite a fun time, you know, standing up steel here. But as we always do, we stood up the main frame and then we came back and did these porches. But this particular build has such, you know, the rhythm is a little off in it because there's some special things we're doing. So let's go inside. I want to show you kind of what's happening. Okay, here we are. We're on this side of the door. As you can see, this nice, beautiful 8-foot door. This is going to be stained as well, but you can kind of get an idea. It's kind of got ironwork and stuff like that in there. But as you come in here, the living area is going to be here. Kitchen, we have some partially finished cabinets here. They are supposed to be bringing the rest of the stuff today, so I'm not exactly sure, but this refrigerator cabinet is pulled out still. And we'll have the island here, farm sink there, dishwasher, corner pantry. We're gonna have, this is gonna be kind of open shelving on this wall with some gooseneck lights, and we'll have the vent-a-hood that goes here. You know, up here on the top, we kind of kid with the customer, but one of my subs said, if he don't put a bear up there, you know, then he's missing it. So, you know, that's shout out to the customer. Hey, you need to put something up there, you know, because this area is open up above. There's a big game area, and I'm going to show you guys that as well. But another thing off of this room, this leads off into the shop area, but we have these steel fabricated stairs that we've done here. This is all going to get painted. It's pretty cool. We actually are using the 4x12 steel beams, and we have the 3-inch tubing as well that we're using for rail. This is really strong, not going anywhere. We're going to have a cabling that runs down through here, and we'll have the stain steps. But this leads open. One of the things about this build is this is a 18-foot eave height on that side that goes all the way up to 28 foot. So with a 412 pitch, we're spanning back 30 foot that way, and you're gaining 4 inches, so you're moving it up 10 foot from one side to the other. So it's a big, huge wall. This wall back here, they weren't supposed to texture this wall, but they did texture it, and we're going to be putting wood on this wall. It's going to be a decorative wood that goes all the way here. I'm going to have some lights as well. That light right there is supposed to be moved up a little bit, so something happened there, but I got to get that light moved. And then this whole wall will be covered with an accented wood, and we're going to have air conditioning duct that runs across here. The ceiling, which is so high, Drew, you stay down there. I'll walk up here so you can show a little bit of the ceiling. Basically, the ceiling up here is going to be finished in metal. We're going to have a metal finished ceiling in this room. It's going to be an R-panel style, a galvalume, and then we're going to have this air duct that runs across the metal duct, and it'll be painted black steel to match this. Let's see what else I could tell you about in this room. There'll be a barn door leading to the master bedroom here that opens, and this little under space, I mean, they can, they'll have dining over here, living over here, and that big vaulted ceiling in here. There's a big fan that's going in here, so the big A fan is going here in the center. So that's something we're about to coordinate. There's a lot of things that have to be done that are a little bit differently on this build. So a custom build like this does take more time, but it's worth it in the end because you know you'll see all of the specific details when it's all said and done. But something that's maybe a little less custom is in the bedrooms on this hall. I'll take you over here before we go to the master. So leading down this side, the hallway, I do have a typical bathroom here. It's not typical, it's a little bit oversized, But we have a vanity, toilet, and a tub that's going here. A nice little closet space for coats. And then I have 2 bedrooms. I have one here and one here, with good sized closet in this space as well. These rooms are not huge, but got good ceiling height, and I think actually this room's a little bigger than that one. Yeah, I think so. They might be exactly the same, but all of the texture work's done in here. So right now we're just about ready for our millwork, our doors, all this kind of stuff needs to be in here fairly soon. I'm gonna have to check on that. Over in this area is the laundry area. One of the things that we're doing special in this area is we've got a doggy shower. It's gonna be right here, in here, and then we'll have the washer and the dryer. There's going to be a sink in here with cabinets, and we'll have another rack of cabinets here. So all of this hopefully should be coming later today. Leading out into here, I'll take you, I guess we can go upstairs for just a minute and show you the lookout over below and what we got going on up there. So. Yeah, this stairs kind of whooped our tail a little bit, but our guys, we fabricated this, did a pretty good job. As we get ready to do some of the final painting and stuff like that, we'll be doing some other finessing on that. But this is, I mean, we haven't typically done these stairs like this, but this is what he wanted. He wants something a little more rustic. And this is basically a game area. So I believe possibly going to be a pool table up here and gathering area. Should be great for entertaining. This is about 500 square foot up here. We'll have that vaulted ceiling coming across here like I was talking about. And the ductwork that comes across the top in this big room. There's some really nice window views out here because he's got waterfront out there, which is his property, has a lake on it. And looking out, you can kind of see you'll be able to look over this kitchen. You'll be seeing this huge fan that's going to be coming over the whole area, and the bear that's going to go over there in the corner. So that's why it's a really good spot. You know, you can really collect some things over there. But this is a special build. We really are excited about the way this one's going to turn out. So let's go on down. Let's check out the master bedroom. All right, so before we go into the master bedroom, I got to tell you about these stairs. You know, it was kind of crazy what we had to do. Actually, as you can see, this steel is floating out there, and you might ask, well, how is that doing that? Well, I actually had to run a steel I-beam all the way to the outside wall across the master bedroom area. I ran this one here is all the way out there. And so all of the support here is being held by this. And then on the other side of the stairs, you can see over here, I have a steel beam that's buried in this wall, and they are supported and mounted to that beam on this side. So we've got some hidden supports here for this stairs. We did add another post over here, and we had the option, if we wanted, we could have added another one here. The original plan actually showed a closet framed in here, but the client knew from the beginning he wanted it to be open. So this was something that we did. You know, like I said, the stairs really kind of whooped our tail, but we actually pressed on, and here we are. This is what we got. So come on in here, I'll show you the master bedroom area. This here will be a barn door that I just walked through, and this is a pretty decent size master bedroom suite. There'll be a TV mounted over here. One of the challenges that I had on this side of the house was getting HVAC here in this spot, because the way the plan's laid out, I actually have my main unit on the other side of the house, and I didn't want to have to fish across this game room and then come down into this room. So what we ended up doing is doing a slim duct system, which is basically a mini split system. We're using here over the shower and closet area. So we actually furred down the ceiling in here. Let me show you. You can see a little bit of that. This is where this nice huge shower is going to be. You can see we've got diverter valves for the, this will be a handle spray. This is diverter valve right here, which will be able to divert water to the spray head, or this single hand spray. We do have light in here. I can't remember if this is this is an obscure window. And we've got 2 lights in here, but above this area, which is over 8 foot, I have the HVAC slim duct system, which will be an access panel up above this area. So this was something, like I said, I went off the plan a little bit in order to make all this happen, so that this area could have its own HVAC controlled zone system, because there wasn't really a better way to get the other system tied to this one. So it worked out good. This will actually be a 21 SEER system, and so it's going to be controlled and zoned separately in the master bedroom, which I don't think anybody would be complaining about that. These are not installed all the way yet, but this is kind of a locker cabinet system that's going in here. We've got the double sink vanity over here on this side, the large tub that's going in over here with a big obscured window in the toilet area with some upper cabinet storage in here. So this is a pretty good little walkthrough for you guys. Let's go show you a little bit of the shop. The guys are working in there. It's a pretty big mess, but I'll kind of give you, I guess a view of what's happening. Okay, so this is the big grand shop area. It's basically like 30 foot this way and 60 foot that way. This is a 1,800 square foot shop, and that wall's 28 foot high. This is something we're always committed to do, is we give a finished wall on the outside of this shop. So this is all covered with zip, and as you can see, they're partially undone right here, and they're working on coming up these stairs. We actually added these stairs. This was kind of a change order, so we could have some additional access for a mechanical area up above, and I'll get up here and show you that. So we didn't do a conventional attic access with stairs inside the house, where we did it out here in the shop. But you could see the amount of space here. You could see you could easily come across here and joist it and put additional storage even above that. But at the end of the day, it's more money. So this is what it is. It's just a big, sizable, tall build. And so I want to take you up here to this mechanical area. Oh, one other thing, the doors should be in at some point here pretty quick, but we're going to have black doors with light going all the way up on, so there'll be windows going all the way up on each side of these big 14 foot tall doors. And then we have another big door here that goes to the RV storage, which I could let you take a peek of. This right here is a big 60 foot long RV covered area. So this is what barndominium living is all about, just big open space right there. So and then The living portion is on the front. You can see the stone is going to come all the way down the side. We're going to have stone on the front and the two sides. And then the back area is going to look out over the property. So let's go up into this mechanical area real quick. Sneak in here before I get in the guy's way. All right, so this is up these stairs area. And as you can see, I do have the HVAC over here in this spot. There is still some work to be done because we've got to bring our duct, our galvalume duct is going to be coming through that wall and it'll be mounting to the ceiling. But we're actually going to be running our metal panel ceiling in the living area first. So that's something we got to do. We ended up adding some windows, which I'll show you. We added windows up here just to give additional light. Now this is not a ceiling joist or floor joist area. So I didn't put subfloor here. This is just OSB decking that we put down for some storage, attic storage, and walkable area. Again, none of this was going to be like this, but this was part of a change order we did when we added the stairs. So that's why you got a lot of your HVAC as well that's running through here, but we caught it in time to where we could, you know, keep as much out of the way, electrical, all that kind of stuff. This is not a typical thing we do in our attic space, but we did, you know, you can see some of the bracing here. We did cover all this before we ran our HVAC, so it made it better and easier to do. So here we've got a wall penetration that's running all the way across here. This is for the HVAC. I don't really necessarily care to be running across there like that, but you know, anytime I could go out the wall as opposed to the roof, I will do that. So we ended up going out the wall instead. So the one other thing I could say up here is you can get a picture of what goes into the insulation. You can see we have the envelope here. It goes all the way around and up above. The first layer of foam we have going directly to that metal is a closed cell foam, and then we have the open cell that comes up underneath there. So that's what we have in that space. You can look over there and you can see where there's no insulation, and that's because that's the living area. So this is why a lot of times I'll say, well, we have a conditioned attic, because there will be a certain amount of air that is a pass-through from that wall into this space, plus from below, like where, you know, we have can lights and those kind of things. Some of that heated and cooled air is up in here, but I don't actually run a vent into this area. It's just a conditioned attic in that sense. It's not a completely conditioned attic, but it is a conditioned attic. This will remain really cool during the summer. I mean, it'll be dramatically different than a typical attic. All right, so we're gonna continue making progress here, and I promise you guys, as we get a little closer, I'll be showing you more, because when we're doing this wood wall, when we got all the stuff that's gonna be happening here in the main living area, I'll be showing you some more on this project, but we appreciate your patience. We've got so many projects that we're trying to update. The progress is still moving ahead, but sometimes we're missing a few extra things. So anyhow, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and a big thanks for 75,000 subscribers on the channel. We're super excited about that and looking forward to many more to come. And we've got a lot of tour videos coming up. So stay tuned. Don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.